Greetings all. Can anyone save the Emperor of Mankind? The grimdark universe of Warhammer 40,000 is a sprawling tableau of eternal war, cosmic horror and mythical heroes. At its core lies the Emperor of Mankind, a godlike being whose fate is intertwined with the survival of humanity. Since the Horus Heresy and the catastrophic events that led to his mortal wounding and stasis on the Golden Throne, the question has remained, was there anyone in the vastness of the 40K universe capable of saving the Emperor? This inquiry beckons exploration into the universe's most compelling figures and cosmic forces, the enigmatic Trazyn the Infinite to the machinations of Malcador, the dark influence of the Chaos Gods, and the unparalleled genius of Belisarius Cawl. The Emperor is not merely a powerful psychic or warlord, he is the linchpin of humanity's survival, an immortal spirit whose psychic beacon maintains the Astronomicon and wards off the predations of the warp. His current state entombed within the Golden Throne represents both a miracle and a death sentence. The consequences of his potential demise are apocalyptic. Humanity would be plunged into chaos, lost to the predatory attentions of the warp and the chaos gods that dwell therein. Therefore, the search for a saviour or a means to restore the Emperor is a pursuit that reverberates across every stratum of the Imperium and beyond. In considering possible candidates or forces capable of salvation, one must first contemplate the enigmatic figure of Trazyn the Infinite. The ancient Necron lord and collector of rare artifacts and specimens, Trazyn's perspective on time and history is non-linear. His archives contain relics and knowledge spanning the millennia, including artifacts linked with the Emperor himself. Trazyn's fascination with the Emperor borders on obsession, yet his methods are often cryptic and his motives inscrutable. While he could theoretically manipulate time or retrieve lost fragments of the Emperor's psyche, the inherent caution and inscrutability of the Necron make him an uncertain candidate for deliverance. Moreover, the preservationist nature of this collection underscores that Trazyn values artifacts for their immortality rather than intervention. He may hold secrets, but his role as a potential saviour is ambiguous at best. Malcador the Sigillite, the Emperor's most trusted lieutenant during the Great Crusade and the Horus Heresy, represents a historical precedence for sacrifice and loyalty. Malcador's self-sacrifice to give the Emperor time to win the Horus Heresy was a pivotal moment. Despite his demise, Malcador's legacy is a testament to human ingenuity and devotion. If one considers the spiritual or physical realm, Malcador's knowledge of the warp and the Emperor's plight might still influence the Imperium's leaders. Despite Malcador's demise upon the Golden Throne during the height of the Siege of Terror, he is a perpetual and could yet return to help the Emperor in the future, if he isn't already. The presence of the Chaos Gods looms as a constant malevolent force in any discussion surrounding the Emperor's fate. Tearing at the fabric of reality, the Chaos Gods Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle and Slaanesh represent existential threats birthed from the collective fears, desires and sufferings of sentient beings. Their influence permeates the warp and extends into real space through demonic incursions and corruption. Paradoxically, the Chaos Gods could be considered powerful players capable of interacting with the Emperor's soul, if only to unmake it. Rather than saviours, though, they represent annihilation and transformation into something horrific. The Chaos God's capacity to save the Emperor runs counter to the survival of his project, the preservation of mankind's purity and destiny. Hence they exist as threats whose defeat or containment is essential rather than as partners in salvation. In contrast, Belisarius Cawl embodies the pinnacle of human technological achievement and innovation within the Imperium. An archmagos of the Adeptus Mechanicus, Cawl's brilliance surpasses even many peers. Tasked with understanding the mysterious technology of the Dark Age of technology and integrating it into the Imperium's arsenal, Cawl has engineered monumental breakthroughs, including the resurrection of Rabute Guilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines. His ability to advance human technology and navigate the esoteric mysteries of the machine spirit offer a glimmer of hope. If there exists anyone capable of developing a means to restore the Emperor's physical form or transform his essence, Cawl's name leads speculation. He has proven adept at challenging orthodoxy in the machine cult and unveiling knowledge long deemed heretical. Yet even Cawl's immense technology and scientific prowess faces limitations when confronting the Emperor's predicament, chiefly because the Emperor's condition is not purely physical but metaphysical. The Emperor exists in a liminal state between life and death, caught between the real universe and the warped psychic turmoil. Physiology, technology, and even arcane knowledge may be insufficient without addressing the mystical burdens of the Golden Throne and the Emperor's own psychic presence. Thus, to understand the possibility of saving the Emperor, one needs to appreciate the universe's underlying metaphysical structure. The Emperor himself once sought to supplant the influence of the Chaos Gods by creating a new religion based on reason, science, and unity. Yet the very nature of the warp and human emotions thwarted his goal. His sacrifice was not merely physical endurance, but also the containment of rapid psychic energies and malevolent cosmic forces. Delving into the Warhammer 40K lore uncovers the scale of the endeavor required to save the Emperor. The notion of restoration implicates grappling with myriad forces, invisible energies, divine entities, ancient machines, and a mass of human devotion or despair. Faith itself, woven into the Imperium's fabric, serves a potent function in sustaining the Emperor's essence. It is often suggested that without the collective belief of billions, his soul might dissipate entirely or fall prey to warp's predations.
To know the future is to diminish the present.
The universe is not kind to those who stare too long into the abyss, highlighting a profound truth about the perils inherent in seeking to reverse the Emperor's fate. Any attempt to save the Emperor risks inviting catastrophic consequences and cosmic imbalance. The Golden Throne may be a prison, but also a bulwark against utter annihilation. What emerges is a picture of more nuance than a straightforward rescue mission. The potential savior, if one exists, is not strictly an individual, but rather an amalgamation of human ingenuity, faith, and sacrifice that transcends space and time. The contribution of figures like Trazyn the Infinite, Malcador the Sigillite, the will to resist the Chaos Gods, and the technological marvels crafted by Belisarius Cawl are elements of a vast interplay of cosmic forces. In conclusion, while many figures in the Warhammer 40K verse possess exceptional abilities or knowledge, none singularly epitomize the power or the scope necessary to save the Emperor outright. The Emperor's predicament is a microcosm of the universe's vast complexity, a blend of science, mysticism, sacrifice, and faith that no single entity can unravel fully. The continuance of humanity hinges on a collective struggle, embodied devotion of the Emperor, innovation like that of Cawl, preservationist curiosity akin to Trazyn's, and the dark, lurking menace of the Chaos Gods that must be resisted. It would not be a tale of a lone hero, but the unfolding of destiny through countless sacrifices and efforts spread across the stars. Within this eternal conflict, the hope of salvation remains a beacon for humanity to strive for, even in the shadow of war and chaos stretches infinitely into the future. This exploration reminds us that in the Warhammer 40K universe, heroism is never solitary. It is the sum of countless wills, spanning species, epochs, and dimensions, a reflection of the enduring resilience of mankind amidst cosmic adversity. The Emperor's fate is a question not solely of strength or knowledge, but of the collective spirit that defines the Imperium itself. This archive has now been fully decoded. Continue your journey into the librarian with the video displayed on screen. The vast wealth of the archives continues to reveal new knowledge of the dark history of the 40K verse.
In the grimdark of the far future, there is only war.